Good evening. My name is Destiny Anderson, and today I'll be covering the comparison of modern company 1-800-CONTACTS versus traditional company Johnson&Johnson. First, I want to start with their mission statements. 1-800-CONTACTS, which is a vision company, states, "We believe in creating a better world where eye health, not kickbacks to eye doctors, determines a person's options, and technology enables everyone to take control of their own vision care." As for Johnson&Johnson, they state, "Johnson&Johnson aims to provide quality and reliable healthcare, well-being, and pharmaceutical products to consumers and medical sector organizations worldwide." Here we see that both companies want to ensure they provide their customers with a top-notch service and products. Now let's dive into each company's value discipline. First, let's take a look at 1-800-CONTACTS. Product leadership. They produce the first way to buy contact lenses online for customers and produce the industry's first mobile application. Operational excellence. They provide less hassle to handle contact lens needs. With the click of a button, a customer can purchase contact lenses and/or renew prescription. And lastly, customer intimacy. There's high focus on their customers, and the company looks to provide their customers with easy access to eye care while being hassle-free. Moving to Johnson&Johnson, for product leadership, they have high focus on this area within the industry. They're constantly researching better ways and smarter partnerships for product design and innovation. As stated, companies that focus on product leadership push the envelope on product development. As for operational excellence, product and delivery for the company tends to be quick and satisfying. Within my research, I found a quote that states, "J&J, like other product leaders, works hard at developing an open-mindedness to new ideas. They don't push any ideas away, no matter how unconventional and regardless of the source. They strive to be the first in the market with leading products for customers, and they are a true product leader in their industry." As for customer intimacy, the company seeks smaller companies that are providing cutting-edge products quickly and cost-efficiently. Instead of investing in developing technology in-house, they use their size to acquire smaller companies who they believe have a promising trajectory in the healthcare space. Comparing the two on value discipline, each company seems to want to cover all bases in product leadership, operational excellence, and customer intimacy. The way they go about it may be different, however, the goal is the same. Now let's look at each company's primary customers. Primary customers for 1-800-CONTACTS are contact lens wearers. The company provides diverse brands of lenses of contacts that serve various needs of the wearer, such as disposable, astigmatism, or color. There's no true market segmentation outside of the customer eyewear needs. As for Johnson&Johnson, they have three operating segments: consumer segment, pharmaceutical segment, and medical devices segment. Each of these segments target a different market. The main difference between primary customers here is that Johnson&Johnson has true market segmentation. Their use of dividing each into three segments aids them in figuring out how to best market their products to different segmentations. 1-800-CONTACTS primary customers are more centric, whereas they may not need the division of segmentation as Johnson&Johnson requires. Moving forward, let's now dive into how each company builds relationships and loyalty with their customers. With 1-800-CONTACTS, the company builds relationships by providing quality service and products to their customers. By these different ways, the company provides personalized interactive service, relatable ads, customer surveys to gain feedback, expedite shipping when there's hiccups. The company also engages with their audience on social media platforms such as Twitter, and first-time customers receive discounts off their first app order. As for Johnson&Johnson, the company does not sell their products directly to their end customers. However, customers can buy their products from the company on a self-serve basis. Also, the company provides technical support to their customers who are able to access this level of assistance from the staff. The main difference here is that 1-800-CONTACTS truly builds relationships with their external customers on a one-to-one direct basis, whereas Johnson&Johnson does not have these same direct relationships. This can be due to the nature and their business and their size. Moving forward, so how does each company use AI or big data to market to their customers? Within a quote I found, in today's digital marketplace where interpersonal interactions are the norm, 1-800-CONTACTS uses its digital platform to create personalized human connections with their customers. They have an easy-to-use app that reels customers in, and the 10% off discount, which really helps, which I mentioned prior. 1-800-CONTACTS app highlights include recent and upcoming orders, ability to add more than one person if you have multiple contact wearers in your home, a convenient doctor search tool to find eye care in your vicinity, a Contact Us button, and also an auto reorder option. As for Johnson&Johnson, how do they use AI or big data? The company utilizes online social media tools such as Twitter, Skype, LinkedIn, etc. to interact with their market. Amazon reviews have been pushed from customers for product feedback to enhance the customer experience via products. They're also trying to find the best ways to interact with their customers in a way that engages them and makes sense. As mentioned by Robert J. Bolin, Associate Director of Emerging Science and Innovation Strategy at Johnson&Johnson, they're really trying to bridge the gap between internal and external. With predictive analytics around the corner and also good algorithms, this is a good way to enhance the customer experience. Analyzing how each company utilizes AI and big data, I believe 1-800-Contacts may have a better hold on this as they are directly providing technological services to their customers. Johnson&Johnson is breaking out of their traditional ways and knows that digital data is a better way in customer marketing. Moving forward to each company's key related events to digital transformation. I will start by discussing 1-800-Contacts. The main event I wanted to cover for them was their rollout of the online eye exams with smartphone capability. Within my research, I found the following quote: "In-office eye exams tend to cost about $150 and take a few hours away from work. The annual eye exam on their site typically costs $20 versus the average $150. And as a personal user of this technology, it was so easy to utilize, and I received my updated prescription in minutes in order to reorder my contacts. Use your smartphone along with a computer device to complete the exam. It's actually pretty exciting." A key event for Johnson & Johnson was their cloud migration. Spearheaded by CIO Stuart McGuigan as of 2012 when he came on the company, has come to Johnson & Johnson with a new digital perspective. First initiative was to transform the ERP systems to cloud-based technologies, and he really believes that Johnson & Johnson has a way to make this local and quick. They also push out new digital products to include the remote assessment in rheumatoid arthritis, which acts as though a Fitbit technology. And also they're looking to robotize surgeries in the future as soon as 2020. Comparing the two companies here, I believe that each are paving the way for placing themselves in a good spot in the digital space we are in today. From first-hand experience, the online eye exams was a huge selling point for me working with 1-800-Contacts. I was able to stay in my own home, comfy clothes, no waiting in lines, and receive my results quickly. It was actually pretty fun. So how does each company organize itself for digital maturity? Let's start with 1-800-Contacts. As far as organizing for digital maturity, 1-800-Contacts pushes to acquire cutting-edge technology companies and work with partners that are experienced in the digital space. For their online exam tests, the company sought after experienced digital partners to expand their services to their customers. They chose to work with 6over6 Vision Company to commercialize its online in-home eye exam technology. As far as Johnson & Johnson, a big goal for them was their digital reinvention of their IT department. The company is taking a stand to digitize their internal employees first before pushing new digital goals. True digital transformation touches every part of the organization, from core IT all the way back into the supply chain. So in our view, it has to be an integrated effort rather than a separate one. Again, by CAO Stuart McGuigan of Johnson & Johnson. Analyzing these two companies, I feel as though both are working to make sure internal employees are organized in a digital manner and up to speed with new technologies. This is important because it starts with the employees inside out. Johnson & Johnson is making a clear move to ensure internal employees are covered, whereas 1-800-Contacts acquires talent or companies that are providing cutting-edge technology. Different ways to handle this, but both can be effective. Lastly, let's examine how each company uses analytics to make personnel decisions, starting with 1-800-Contacts. They have a customer-first approach. They look to develop internal employee skill sets, encourage learning, and they also provide competitive benefits to compete with like-market industry leaders, such as healthcare, PTO, tuition reimbursement, and wellness program. There was a lack of data, however, on how 1-800-Contacts actually uses data to make internal personnel decisions with hiring. A look at Johnson & Johnson's view. They find ways to partner with further healthcare partners and providers that are up to speed with technological advances and digital maturity. They use a crowdsourcing model and online tools to assist with this process. Using data analytics to analyze the current workforce to find gaps in current talent is a huge thing that they also do. And also, again, quoted by Stuart McGuigan, another aspect of our talent strategy is opening up our ecosystem of technology partners and providers. We'll share with a pool of pre-qualified partners a problem that we can't solve, use a crowdsourcing model and dedicated tools, and we often get the best of the brightest answers in response. This is huge for the company. I think this is a great way to fill in those gaps and also look for promotions or hiring within the company. Comparing both companies, I believe that Johnson & Johnson has a way better hold of this as far as hiring decisions go. There was a lack of information and data that supports how 1-800-Contacts uses analytics to hire, whereas Johnson & Johnson is actually using models and tools to assist with hiring efforts and gather ideas. Key takeaways from this project. Specifically from 1-800-Contacts, the research put forth allowed me to further understand how important customer service is. Being able to directly reach your customer and leave them with a happy experience will always beat digital, especially in this new advanced technology space as direct service may become less and less. Both companies show the importance of evolving, especially Johnson & Johnson being a traditional company. They had more movement to make. However, I feel as though they are taking the necessary steps to transform. And lastly, this research allowed me to also see how traditional companies are able to catch up to modern companies in terms of digital maturity. I really enjoyed this class. I learned so many great things that I can take into the real world, and I appreciate it. Again, here's my references, and thanks so much.